All right. Hello, worldly crazy people out there. My name is. Sorry. I made the mistake of eating something spicy for lunch, and now my mouth is on fire, and talking feels weird. Hello, worldly crazy people out there. My name is Dragonite. Welcome back to Find Matt's Cats. This is probably going to be the final stream in this game, at least until Koopa updates it. I know there are plans for him to do that. I don't know exactly what time frame he is thinking, but all right, I really need to drink something. Hopefully that won't become a problem. Um, kind of surprised, to be honest, that in 16 years of doing Let's Plays, I don't know if I've ever made that mistake before. So first time for everything, I guess. Anyway, I also noticed that I apparently scheduled the stream for like last week instead of this week because telling time is hard, which means that I don't know if that's gonna interfere with the way that YouTube sends this out to people. But anyway, um, let's see. I'm just going to go move some stuff around on my other screen so that I can see everything, and that... Alright, that'll be good enough for now. Probably. Let's go. So there are two worlds left, two levels left in World 12, I think, and I expect that these are both going to be, intense. Let's see. Should I, until a couple people come on in, should I waste time going and, clicking on things in levels, in the level select screen, and just, like, claiming some, currency for unlockables? We're almost towards the, for some reason I thought that was like a card. We're almost to the end of all the things I can unlock. There's only, maybe 3 or 4 more, but... Let's see. Oh, that was the world select. That was not the level select. I also might, depending on how quickly I get through this, I might go into some previous levels and knock off some of the remaining, Can I go inside these interiors? I can. Knock off some of the remaining, like, gems and shinies and stuff, in some of the worlds that I didn't get to earlier, but if not, it's no big deal. Let's see, is this an interior that I can go into? It is. That's such a satisfying noise. It's kind of funny. I wouldn't normally like hidden object games, but, like, the atmosphere in this one is just so, like, perfect that I am gonna spend, like, 30, 40 hours, at least, playing this anyway. Anyway, enough of that. I'm gonna go and, I think, get down to 12-6. There's a couple of shinies that I haven't picked up in previous levels, apparently, but not too many. 12-6. Alright, 34 targets, 34 shinies, and 4 cards to find in this one. Alright. By the way, do I have the game audio playing? I did not have the game audio playing. Now I should have the game audio playing. Alright, when I'm recording, I put game audio on a separate channel so that I can separate them from the talking, but that doesn't really work when streaming, and I have to remember to put it back. Okay. There's something behind there. What am I looking for? So there's mascot cat, there's cat in a scarf, that's probably cat buried in sand. Should I look for that one first? Those are usually easier to find. This is definitely, quite a big level. Do I see a cat buried in sand or maybe in water? Sometimes this means that they're taking a swim. When it's just the head. Here? No, not that one. It's a grayer. This one. Alright. Knocking that one off real fast. We've got a bunch of golden artifacts, some other animals, a very curved sword, and miscellaneous nuts and bolts, sailbows, and sparrow thingies. Alright. Well, let's start somewhere. I've got a hint to regenerate, apparently. Let's just start poking around and see what we can find. Such as this pizza. That's shiny. What about food items? So there's this Easter egg thing. I wanted to call this a candy cane, but I don't think it's a candy cane, and that's actually it for the food. Okay. There is a sunflower. Where might the sunflower be? Where might the sunflower not be, really, is the question. This level is gonna take me a while. There's some gold stuff up here. Are any of those something I'm looking for? This one is something I'm looking for, okay.
Meow.
And I mean, I could do the spam clicking thing, but I'd rather not if I don't have to. That's a sailboat. I think that's one of the ones that I gotta find 3 of. Let's see. Is that a card? That is a card, that notebook thing. That was unusually out in the open. They're not usually that out in the open. Okay, so that's just a bunch of cats. Alright, glorious. And it's to be found next... Oh, I need the artist palette? That's nice, I guess. It's to be found next to the artist cat, which I guess checks out. Let's see. You are standing up on your hind legs. Anything, maybe that teapot, banana taped to the wall. Okay, so the teapot is one of them. I still don't know what the backstory of these bananas taped to the wall is. Alright, you look like you're a bit under the weather. Like, I feel like there's gotta be a story behind those, but I don't know what it is. Let's click all the barrels just in case there's something inside them. There did not appear to be. Also got a one of those cuneiform tablets, but it's not that one. It has scribbles of, like, agriculture on it. Would I find it here? I would find it here. Okay. Hello, Sledge. We're just getting started here on 12-6, so the second to last level. Something tells me I'm gonna be here for a while. Let me see. Haven't found too much yet. Alright, I see something shaking there. That's just a frog. There's nothing in there. That's a different egg than the Easter egg that I've got to find. None of the chickens are targets, right? Banana is most likely a reference to an art piece that is also just a banana with tape. Okay, so it's a modern art thing. In that case, I don't feel bad for not getting it. Let's see. A lot of frogs. Scimitar, okay, so that was one of the curved ones. I don't think I found anything in there, but I think I looked pretty thorough. There's... How many frogs are in this level? Anyway. Did I go up here yet? You know what I've noticed fewer of in the last couple worlds is shinies hidden in trees, just blending in with the leaves. I wonder if, like, by this point, the game thinks that that's, like, too easy and that it's trying to hide them better. Let's see, there's a lot going on over here. This is a turban cap, but it's a different one than the one I need. Is this the sunflower? That was the sunflower. Okay. I only checked like half of the barn already. What is that? Is that another card? That is another card. I like that one. This somehow feels like the most pirate way that you can interpret like a game dev staff. Alright. With that said, I would not be at all surprised if there are shinies hidden like in the date palm fruit up there. Another frog. This tent I cannot uncover. I might have gotten that already when I came here looking for the cuneiform tablet. Is that a star just on your face? It is a star on your face. Alright. Do I need lizards in this one? This guy? No? I also haven't seen as many shinies hidden behind animals in recent levels. At least I don't think I have. Somebody here got run over by a hippo. Which is apparently something that you have to watch out for if you're going to a place where hippos live, because they are built like trucks. Nothing behind that one. Is that a new interaction? I don't remember that. I don't remember seeing anything like that before. That's aggressive. Alright, so that's the oil lamp. I know I've got to find one of those. We're gonna go select that. These tools I don't think are necessary. Nothing in that canoe. That gem is apparently not a target in this level. They often are when you see them. Thank you. Let me see. Is that a squid? I think that's a squid. That's the squid. Tentacle isn't a target in this one, right? What are these? Are those like peas? Those food items that have appeared in almost every level that contains like a dining area, and it's finally one of the targets. Is that bird? The golden bird is not a target. More frogs. How many frogs are in this level? I feel like, so there are some achievements that are like click on every like break every pot in this level. I can't help but think that in this level, no, there's no achievement for making all the frogs jump in this level. I am a little surprised by that, given how many of them there are. Okay, thank you very much. Alright, what about the peas, though? Any vegetables besides that durian thing and the peas? There's a snake that I gotta find. The snakes can usually be found in grasses like this, right? I think. Sometimes behind trees. There's half of an avocado. Goodbye. Another frog over there. This is a very round raccoon. Alright, that seems to be it for, like, that part of the map. I've only found a third of them, so there's probably a considerable amount of stuff left that I'm missing. Under the bench in the vegetable field. That vegetable field, or this vegetable field, this isn't really vegetables. Nothing behind that gate. Oh, okay, it was one of those. I thought that was a rock. Let's see, I think I've tried these already. Don't know if I've tried... Okay, that's another sailboat. Good to know. All of these logs can move, but it doesn't look like they're hiding anything. These can also move. Can the fishing nets move? The fishing nets cannot move. I think I did that one already. This is a bird, but it is not the bird that I'm looking for. These guys don't open their mouths, do they? No. Okay, so that's there was one of those water stones over there. There is a fire one over here. Am I gonna see a grass one somewhere? I feel like I probably am. That is a dragon fruit. I can't eat the dragon fruit? That sucks. I like dragon fruit. There's some... Alright, there's the ocarina. There are some animals playing marching band here. Let's see, where was I? Did I look over here? Did I finish looking here yet? I feel like I didn't. 3 bolts. Haven't seen any of those yet. I also haven't seen any of these birds yet. I'm sure that there's one of those hanging out, like, on a fence post or something over here that I didn't see. Like that guy is, but that's also not the right one. I'm seeing a lot of these other birds, though. Alright, I'll come back to that. Thank you, I will be taking that. These... Alright, that island I checked. This island I don't think I did already. Can't move that. There's a no swimming sign, but I guess that doesn't extend to down there. Oh, fish? Fish skeleton? Lunch. Alright. These guys... Oh, that is food. Let's try to... this is not the sailboat, right? That's a different sailboat. Brand one. Bolt in a house to the southwest of the vegetable field. This one, that one. Alright, that's bigger than I thought it was gonna be. I thought they were gonna be like... I'm trying to find something to compare it to, like one of these small lily pad size. Alright. Another bird that is not the bird I'm looking for. Thank you. Is that another sailboat? That is the last of the sailboats. Alright, there's a croc hiding in the water. This feels like a good place for the snake to be hiding out. Is that that durian fruit? Whatever we decided it was earlier, that is. A couple of fairly large interiors there. We'll get back to that. Oh, hello. Gonna grab that while we're here. We're doing better on the shinies in this one than the regular targets. Oh, this I need. That's that harp thingy. It has a name. I can't remember it. I should know it, but I'm not getting it right now. This is a very surprised-looking cat statue. All right, maybe it's the snake on your head that you're. That's another one. That's throwing you a little bit. Alright, so there is a gem kind of blending in with, I guess, either these hot peppers here or the date fruit. Let's see. There's that one stood out. The multicolored ones. Sometimes the multicolored ones will be like underneath like a shop stall, and that'll make them blend in a little bit, but when they're just there like that, they do stand out a little bit. Alright. Are you trying to get the fruit, the parrot, or both? Oh, the parrot was one of them, really? I just wanted to make it scream. Alright, I'll take it. Alright, so there's a third card just sticking out of that obelisk. Ancient monolith, alright. The language written on them has been lost to time. I wonder how much of this is just throwaway text and how much of it is like actual EBF lore. Alright, that's that candy cane staff. I will be staying here, thank you. And okay, so this is this is fixed to the ground. This one moves. Although that didn't really help me. This fossil thing, that's not a target. I feel like it should be. That feels like something that would be a target. There's a nest with, like, eggs in it. Okay, so here is the big Easter egg. What about the nest with eggs in it? That feels like something that should be easy to find in a tree. or in some other relatively safe area from cats. There we go. Alright. There's still a couple of interiors I haven't looked in yet. Is it time to start doing that? Is that a dinosaur print over there? Alright, let's see. So there's a snake. There's a different snake in the grass over there. That's a brown one. Here's another one of those bolts. I still have not found any of the chickadee things. I'm pretty sure I should have been able to... Alright, here's one. Pretty sure I should have been able to find at least one or two others by this point. Let's grab that while we're in here. Let us smash the piggy bank. Is there anything else in here? Oh, there's Mascot Cat behind the solar. I'm kind of surprised there's not an animation for making the mousetrap go off. There's an actual ancient monolith. Alright, yeah, there's the leaf stone thing. Alright, that's tasty, but it's not a target. I feel like I should have seen this guy by now. That doesn't seem like a too terribly easy item to hide. There's also an owl who's probably going to be in a tree. Can I move this? I might have moved that earlier. There might have been something behind it. A gem or something. What about that curved sword? It looks like it's leaning on something. Not a candy cane. Yeah, I don't know what it's named. I've seen them in like artwork and stuff before. But if I ever did know what the name was... Oh, there's the peas. If I ever did know what the name was, it's long forgotten. Owl in a chest in the westmost house. Okay. Oh, that one. How did I not see that one? Usually if there's something in a chest, I see it pretty fast. Alright, what do we got left? So we got the one cat with a turban. We've got the raccoon-ish creature, the snake, who I'm sure is going to be somewhere in, like, the vegetation over here. We've got the sword and two chickadees, who I would not also be surprised to see in the vegetation over here. Oh, here's the raccoon. Alright, we're gonna grab that right under the cursor. What I came here for, though, is to see if I can find another bird perched on something. Thank you. I was doing better with the shinies than with the actual targets until I came on that side, and then my fortunes reversed. Didn't find too many shinies over here. There's gotta be a bunch that I missed, right? I don't know, if inside some barrel or something like that. I can't shake the butterfly off. Oh, here's another bird. Alright, that's two. I need one more. What is that? Oh, that's a necklace thing. I thought it was a funny leaf. Is that? No, those are also leaves. Those are not, gems camouflaging as leaves. That's a similar sword, but not quite. Maybe inside one of the houses, maybe there might be a sword. Have I tapped on these yet? Some random tomatoes sitting on the ground. There's just a spear lying out there. There's a hammer lying out there. This boat does not move. That's attached to the ground. How hard can the last cat be? Bird on the port with a pile of fish. This pile of fish? Oh, this one, yeah. Alright, thank you very much. Oh, here we go. I swear I was looking right at you, and I didn't pick you out as one of the targets. I'm surprised I didn't click on you and just to get a reaction, because I usually do that with the animals. So, that guy over there, that bunny over there. Nothing on that log. Alright. There's also still one more card. Should I, because I don't know how much longer I'll be in this level, should I go options and take the watermelon curses so that I can get that little radar pulse when I'm nearby one? Oh, here's the snake. Alright, we just got one more. Okay. In here? There we go. That was lucky. That was just like 30 seconds between when I went into the settings menu to look at that and when it actually started going off. Alright. That's the last card. We can... which one was it? Was it the pink one? Yeah. Little ways to go until final 3, but... there's no reason not to have it on. Here's one. Didn't get that earlier. Unfortunately, the scimitar thing, that really could be like anywhere in here. Because these cats are not very careful about not leaving their stuff lying around. So I could have time to go find the rest of the shinies before we're done here. For all I know. Oh, here it is. Never mind. Alright. Northeast of the vegetable field. Yeah, that would be that vegetable field. I think I will take my leave here. I finally sorted out all the paperwork that needed to be done. Oof. We've all got proper contracts now, and I've made sure that everybody who contributed has been credited correctly. A lot of fans contributed their talents to provide translations, game engine support, and additional artwork for the game. And even more fans from around the world helped test the game in different languages and promoted it on social media. We are super grateful to all of them. We couldn't have made this game without them. And of course, we greatly appreciate your help too, Drago. Thanks for playing Matt's Hidden Cats. That was the old name. Now it's called Find Matt's Cats. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm going to have a drink to celebrate, you say as you wander off. Okay. Who's ready for 12-7? Yeah, that one took 25 minutes. This one's probably going to take well in excess of a half hour. Alright. Oh my god. Actually, Okay, so this is not as large as I thought. I was gonna keep zooming out and there's gonna be more. Um, in that case, so this is just one of those, like, overview shots of, not like every item in the game, but a good number of them. Let's see. Different chainsaw. I guess I'll just start in one corner and go scroll over it line by line. And like, I could just click on every single object in sequence, but where's the fun in that? Let's see. Anything in there? Alright, there is something in there, but it's not important. Just gonna eat the food while we're here. Actually, I probably won't, because that'll take forever. Nice chili pepper, though. Something feels... Oh, this is what's different. I was gonna say, something feels different, but I can't quite identify it. There's mascot cat, but I believe you're the same in both. Alright, so here there's a wood idol in the right and not in the left. Alright, that's one card. There's 2 cards in this level. This thing could be my pet if it wasn't my enemy. Weird bunny. I don't think that's actually appeared in an EBF game so far. I don't know if that's just a idea for an enemy that's on the shelf that might appear in some future game or not. Different duck. This is really kind of the ultimate spot the difference level, isn't it? And that it's just like a bunch of items arrayed in a, well, array. Don't see anything in this particular part of the screen. Can I interact with this by any chance? I cannot. Alright, that's kind of a shame. Alright, thank you very much. There's 17 shinies apparently. I haven't really been on the lookout for those. There's a bush and a slime riding a crocodile. Alright, giddy up. Different amounts of chicken in there. Let's see. I will take that. Different helmet. We've reached the end of that row. And we're about a third of the way there, which feels about right, because I've been scanning across maybe a third of the screen at a time. Is that tennis ball? Alright, so the UI is blocking a little bit of that one. Gem between the slimes and the croc. On the croc, hang on, I'll go back there once I... Okay, so I can't eat the giant hamburger, most unfortunately. Oh, I thought that was your tail. Oh no, it is your tail. I think something popped, but there was a gem that was there. I don't know if that's the one you were referring to, or if you were referring to the thing that popped. That's confusing. Different slime here. Okay. Missed that on the first look over. You are facing the opposite direction. There's a dog eating the pizza, and there is not a dog eating the pizza. About halfway there now. Wait, did that actually shoot something? I heard a bang, but I didn't see anything coming out of it. I'll leave that open so that I know that I've already looked at it. dial-up noises. Let's see. Penguin, turkey, danger noodle. These are the kind of things that I would kind of expect to see in the in these spot the difference levels. The letter tiles that say meow. Like you could put a different letter on one of them and hope that nobody notices. That's another small furry mammal riding an unconventional mount. Yeah, the peacock's tails can move. I haven't found a difference in a little while, and I feel like I should have. Is there anything... Curling iron. Is there anything over here that I missed? It feels like there should be something here. Bee is the same, the dog is the same. Plant pot next to the throne. Oh yeah, okay. Thank you very much. Still nothing over here though. Same fruit and everything. There were a couple of shinies in there though, so maybe that's enough attention for there. I also feel like I haven't seen as many spot the difference animals that are like the same pose but different colorations. I feel like that was more common earlier in the game. You jumped, but I think that was just part of your like protector animation. Jigsaw. I was looking for one of those yesterday. I needed to saw through something and I didn't really want to do it by hand, and I had to dig out the jigsaw from a cabinet where it had probably been sitting for about the last 10 years. Chair next to the giraffe. Alright, so that's another one that I don't know how I didn't see that, but thank you. Different pyramid. Alright, we're 2/3 of the way there now. Feel like I just saw something, but I can't exactly place what part of the screen it was on. Nuka-Cola, round squirrel. Oh, I haven't done that in a while. Is this cheese or cake? Or cheesecake? Thank you. Alright, traffic cone and Game Boy. That's probably what it was that I saw. I think that's a different suit. Yeah, that's a spade and a heart. We are getting there. Alright, different vegetables. Lego minifigure. I don't remember seeing that earlier in this game. Has that always been there? There's a bear in a bear trap? That's a little morbid. Oh, there's the last card. Okay. Just sticking out of the bottom of the screen. Alright. Gang's all here. I'm surprised No Legs hasn't been like an actual character. We're down to final 3 gems. I'm surprised No Legs hasn't actually been like an actual character in this game's story so far. Bear next to the purple octopus. Was that the one? Oh yeah, that was the one that I got a minute ago. Oh, here's one of those. That's the Matt slime. Am I gonna find somewhere in here? I think this is the Natalie slime. All 4 of the character slimes in here. I guess if you're looking for that achievement still, for clicking on slimes for all the developers, then this would be a decent place to. That's the last gem. This would be a decent level to do that in, assuming that they're all here. I think Anna is the only one. There we go. That's the Anna slime. All right. Where were we? Somewhere down here. There's 2 more differences left to find. There's a pillow and not a pillow. And last one. I'm 1 short. And that might be a problem. Should I zoom out? There's by far the biggest hole somewhere in the middle over here. Which makes me think that there's going to be something like milk, spaceship, avocado. Makes me think that the last one is going to be somewhere in here. There's a chest. I might have opened that already. Same Tetris block. Tetramini. Tetramino, if you prefer. You are the same. Why are you making a squeaking noise? Okay, we can change the music. I don't have any particular favorites in this this level's rotation. I am not seeing anything like in the middle here, which makes me think that maybe I should look somewhere else. I also haven't really found any in the bottom middle over here. Do we also have all the game consoles in this level? I remember seeing a couple of Game Boys earlier. What about over here? There's also a bit of a gap. I don't suppose there's anything in this catapult that will be a difference. Is it gonna come down to like somewhere there's gonna be a cat and one of them is gonna be gray and one of them is gonna be like dark brown? I wouldn't be surprised if that's what it is. I can only take 1 bite out of the mango, that sucks. Found one that was sprouting a couple of days ago. I planted it in a pot, so we'll see what happens to that. That's lunch. Are these birds the same? They are. Well, I am not sure what other parts of the level there are to look at. I don't want to use a hint on the last level. I feel like I should actually, like, do this one of all levels myself. Can I eat the pretzel? Is it a mistake to focus on the parts of the level that, like, don't have circles in them? Because it's usually the case that the targets are more or less evenly spread out, but it's not always the case. Why is that horse sniffing the Sphinx's butt? Seems like more of a dog thing to do. Less than a horse. It might be worth my remembering that, like, I think a lot of the times when I'm down to one thing to find in a spot the difference level, it is usually more likely that it's something large that I need to zoom out a little bit to see than some fine detail. So for example, like, the vending machine or something.
Hmm.
One of those guys, more so than... And there's nothing hidden around outside the level. Not this time. Just take a bite out of that onion. You didn't react to that. There's a wizard hat. It's also completely possible that this being the final level, the last difference is actually going to be something completely ridiculous. I'm pretty sure if I were to go to count, every single one of the game consoles would also be in this level, because I've seen probably most of them trying to use your full brain power to find it. Yeah, me too. It's either... I would say, like, there's a big gap here too, except most of this area is actually just taken up by this mammoth. So there's not, like, a lot of items. Not like a lot of items to fill the screen. Back when I did the demo for this, I asked how many unique sound effects were in this game, and I think Cooper Matt replied, I think he said there were like 700, which is a lot. Given that almost all of them are just going to be for the sounds of items. And there's a part of me that's surprised it's not even more. I guess there's a chance that some of the sounds that are audibly different are also like different pitches or filters on the same effect. Can I blow this up? I cannot blow that up. That would be an interesting way to end it if I, like, blew this up, the protector went away, and there was something underneath it. You are the same slime. I thought for a second that this magnifying glass was like rotated the other way around in one screen, but no. I don't know. I don't know what caught my attention there, but I don't think that is it. Is this edible? I kind of want to click on all the edible things just so that there's fewer items on screen to look at. Pretty sure I've been over this part like a bunch of times already. These blocks are all the same, right? Pretty sure those blocks are all the same. All these animals are the same. I'm getting to the point where, like, should I just start spam clicking? But that also feels like a boring way to end it. Oh, I can't click on the engine and make the engine make noises. That's too bad. Can I drink the Nuka-Cola? I cannot drink the Nuka-Cola. That does not count as a food item. Oh, that is a fun noise. Wait, if I keep clicking... Oh, that's right, we got the screen shake. Of course, the longer I do that, the harder it gets to keep clicking on it because the screen shakes more and I can't, like... The cursor will fall off of it. I think there was an achievement related to that at some point, too. This does not open, right? That does not open. there's not going to be anything that, like, no containers for me to click on and have a, like, another object pop out of it, right? I don't think I've seen any of that in this level. Oh, you know what? Wow. Sledge, how did we miss this? It's right here. Alright, that's it. I'm bad at games. I'm resigning from games. That's it. Wow. Okay. That should have been over 10 minutes ago. I can't even say that was a clever one or that one was a really obvious one that I was just overthinking. That was just a mundane object that was not any more or less difficult to find than most of the other ones, and I just didn't see it. Alright. That's all, folks. We finished Find Matt's Cats. We poured our hearts into this game, and we hope you've enjoyed it. Sorry if we rambled on too much sometimes, or explained too many things for you. We've all gone a little bit crazy spending so much time together. It was nice to see some fresh faces in here. I hope I've been a decent host. Tell everybody that we treated you well, and please stick around as long as you want. There's still maybe some secrets left to find. So, I don't think I'm gonna end it yet. I do want to actually spend some time in hard mode and just see what that's like. I'm probably not going to replay the entire game in hard mode, but I do want to go and just do a couple and see what kinds of things they have me do. Let's start with 1-1. So I've been told that you're playing on hard mode. I don't know if it's obvious or not, but if you're looking for a key item and need a hint, you need to poke the locked object twice. If you poke it twice, you'll see the usual hint options. Okay. That makes sense. I do know that there are some things, like if you want to chop down a tree, you'll have to... Okay, so we gotta find the shiners all over again. If you want to chop down a tree, you have to find the axe first and that kind of thing. So we are here, back in the beginning, and we're at final 3 gems already, apparently. Can I open this? There we go. So that is a, what's that, a box cutter? Do I have to open a box? Is there going to be some kind of, that's a hammer. Is there going to be some kind of, there's 2 of them really close to each other. Thank you. I think that's the last one. Is there going to be some kind of cardboard box that I have to open here? I need a key. So... Not that box. Let's see. There's a rubber duck in the cuckoo clock. What was that? I didn't see what that was. Is that like a Pokeball or something behind there? Anyway, okay, so here's a box. I need the box cutter on that, and there's a cube. That'll do it. There's a throwing star stuck in there. Alright, that's the throwing star. And this thing that looks like it should be a shiny but isn't. Yeah, I need to find the key. Where could the key be? Oh, right here. Okay, that's a key. So let's go and collect that, and then we can open the suitcase. And that's going to be that. And the star ball thing is going to be in, like, is there a piggy bank or something? Smashable up here. There's an achievement to complete a level in under 30 seconds. I accidentally did it on easy mode for the first level. That's probably, if I really do want to go achievement hunting in this game, which I'll probably do on my own time, probably not on recording. That would be an easy way to knock it out. Yes, I did give... I like to use brain. I like use brain. I don't like use brain. It was painful. It's supposed to be painful, but it feels good to overcome challenges, right? Regardless, it pleases me that you tried it out. Alright. So, I guess I'll try and see if I can do easy mode in 30 seconds. Let's see. I need mascot cat, I need that guy there. Let's see. There's a chicken on the roof. I know that there's an Alcacea over there, computer screen, and mascot cat over there. Yeah, alright, beat any level in under 30 seconds. That'll do it. Were there even any... I didn't think anyone would want to play the game that fast, but Len said that someone would definitely be crazy enough to try it. So we added an achievement for it, just for people like you. Speedrunning is serious business, Matt. Sometimes people crave getting those high scores and fastest times. There was a point back when Bullet Heaven 2 first came out that I was somewhere on the leaderboard for a bunch of the levels, but then people who were better than me at bullet shooter games came along, and I am no longer anywhere close. Anyway. It's not a lot of work to add a timer to a game. There's categorically no reason to not add it. Yeah. I'm not sure if I'll add, like, dedicated speedrun modes to Wizard Ducks, but probably wouldn't be opposed to it. Anyway, let's go and have a go at 1-2 and see if I can, do this one on hard mode. I've been streaming for a little over an hour. I might just fool around like this for, I don't know, say maybe another hour or so. And then that'll be it for this game. At least until Koopa Map adds content, which again he has talked about doing a couple of times. But I don't know what kind of time frame that'll be. Alright, I feel like at least a lot of these are going to be smaller objects that are going to take a bit of work to find. So there's a bug underneath that cart there. Mascot cat is getting his paws dirty, apparently. I don't think mascot cat is going to be inside because that looks like mud. And mud is something that I would probably expect to find out here somewhere. Squeak. Is that a sock? Somebody lost their socks there. I remember that. I need the axe. I will not be taking a hint for that, at least not yet. Here's an axe. Do I need a different axe for both of these? I do need a different axe for both of these. Okay. It's another squeaky. What is that? Is that an egg? If it was an egg, I need a key. If it was an egg, I would expect it to have broken when I clicked on it. Is that another axe? That is not an axe. Yeah, definitely I can see this taking a lot longer than the regular ones. I'm not sure if I can help since I remember some of the hard mode stuff because I did them in the demo. Oh, here's an axe. That was right there. Yeah, hopefully at least the World 1 hard mode things won't be that difficult. Something like the World 11 hard mode items probably will be a different story. And that will almost certainly be something that I'll just do on my own time because it will take actually forever. But at this point, I'm just kind of killing time. Let's see, I need a rotund squirrel. That can probably be found in a tree or something, right? Got some beavers. I need 3 pigeons, too. Have I seen a pigeon yet? There's one. Oh, there's the rotund squirrel. That's a different pigeon. I will say, though, not having to worry about... that's a key, thank you. Not having to worry about, the shinies and the cards does at least give me a little bit less to worry about. Although sometimes, there is a certain thrill in opening a container and finding, like, a card in it or something like that, so, there's good and there's bad. Is this another pigeon? That is another pigeon. Doing 2-2 and 2-3 took you ages. Should I do one in a later level just to see, like, how crazy it actually does get? Is Muddy Paws going to be like behind something, mascot cat, in this one? It occurred to me that it might be like hiding behind a tree that I have to chop down or something like that. Like inside one of those. Are there because that definitely looks like mud. Is that beetle thing? That is that beetle thing. Is there anywhere that looks like especially muddy though? Also, like this four-leaf clover there, like, is this gonna be actually as hard as actually finding a four-leaf clover? There was a bunch of clover over here, but I don't think any of them had 4 leaves. So I have to search in another patch. Like any of these, I think those all have 3 leaves too. I haven't really looked inside. What about the beer bottle? I don't see a beer bottle in here. Oh, that's funny. It's a NASA poster, but it says Nya instead. I thought I was losing my mind there for a minute. Like, the NASA logo doesn't look quite like that, and then I figured out what it said. Alright, so there's nothing in that little wood-burning... Oh, here's the beer bottle. There's nothing in the little wood-burning stove. Man, Koopa Man, are you really gonna make me go and search every single leaf in this level for a 4-leaf clover? This is almost like hunting for them in real life. So at this point, I'm pretty sure that the mascot cat is going to be sticking out from behind something, partially or even just like minimally. And this is kind of why I set it to the red one, because I figured the red one would be high contrast and easy to pick out. There's a lot... You mean like more stuff that can move compared to the regular mode? Like... I guess I will just have to like spam click and see what happens. That thing... Oh, there you are. Hello. Alright. I forget if I moved that one earlier or not. I think that one had a, like a bug or something behind it. I was clicking out a bunch of the birdhouses because I wondered if there was going to be something like a pigeon popping out of it, but it seems that that is not going to be the case. So this one up here drives me crazy. Yeah, we'll knock you out there. That one was driving me crazy because every time I saw it, I thought, oh look, a pigeon, but it was the wrong pigeon. By not obvious that it can move, do you mean that, like, they... Like, things that were different than the objects that can move in the regular levels, or do they actually not have the streak, the burn marks underneath them? There's nothing else that I need, like, a key for, right? I don't think. Both new stuff that moves and sometimes the motion line thingies are less noticeable. I'm gonna have to kind of relearn how the game works in that case. That is also not the correct pigeon. Will anger you to make you look less like... Oh, really? I can unanger you? We'll keep you angered so that you look less like one of the ones that I actually need. Well, let's see what the hint system has to say. So, that one's outside, somewhere on the right-hand side of the map, so that's nothing that we haven't seen before, I don't think. But the right-hand side of the map. So maybe it's not going to just be in, like, in the middle of a regular patch of clover. Maybe it's just gonna be, like, randomly out there on its own, like this sock here. You already know where both are. You'll wonder if I'll notice. Okay, that makes it sound like it's trying to be clever. That's okay. That's not it. That's part of another plant. Those don't even have a shake animation on them. They're just part of the grass. I feel like this thing here should be something of significance, but, like, it doesn't seem to be. Even though it's the only leaf there that is actually interactable. Okay, there's the clover at the base of the tomato, and the last pigeon... That was it? I thought that was... Okay, maybe that's the night filter. Okay. Well... That last one was confusing. So that's how it is. So he's a shadowed... What? Who are we talking about? Oh, you're still here. I guess you're enjoying the game. Must find cats. That's cool, but don't you have homework or a job or something to do? I mean, yeah, but I'm a bit of an expert in procrastination, if I do say so myself. I'm just making sure we don't get a call from your family or something accusing us of kidnapping you. That escalated quickly. Alright then. Carry on. The last pigeon is obvious. Well... I guess I could, like, turn off the day-night filter thing. But I also do like how it looks at night, so I kind of don't want to. This one's taking place... Oh, this is one of the bigger ones. This one's taking place during the day, though, so that's not a problem. Alright, we've got 22 targets. This is probably going to take me a pretty long time here. Let's see. Anything that I just opened that I, like, need? No, oh, there's a mousetrap. I do need the mousetrap. No, sailboats or anything like that. A leek, a broccoli, a leaf. Nothing in there. Maybe... Got mascot cat, I assume, who is, taking a swim somewhere. Or maybe in, like, one of the, like, bathtub things, because sometimes when I see a, like a water barrel, there will be a cat in that pose in there. Is that not? Oh, it's one of the long leaks, not one of those. Oh, that's sad. I just saw what you were looking at. The keys were annoying in this one. Oh, that's convenient. So that is... No. Oh, I didn't mean to do that, but fine. We've got some reasons to not spam click in this one, which is that I don't want to accidentally do that. There's a lot of kiwi birds, and I don't think I actually need any of them. Did I look in here yet? I don't think I did. Just take that. What about... What is this? I don't know what that is, and I don't know if it's... Is that just a piece of wood from the wood shelf? The wood pile? There is also an achievement in the game for knocking 100 things off the walls. I don't know how many I've gotten so far. Not everything that you can click on that's on a wall can fall. I figure I'll probably collect that one eventually. It doesn't look like there's actually anything in this area, although there might have been gems at some point in the past, but I've already collected those. There's the broccoli. Rubik's Cube. Seashells. I feel like the ideal strategy for these hard mode levels would be to find the keys and the axes and that kind of thing first. Because that would... Frying pan. It's probably not worth trying to find, like, any specific thing, because it could be locked behind something that you need the key or the axe or whatever to access, or the hammer. Oh, there's 3 broccoli, right. I was gonna say, didn't I just find that? Although, whenever I see an item that looks conspicuous, I will click on it to see if it's something that is relevant. Any soda cans, for example. That's the Rubik's Cube. Game Boy isn't one, right? No. Every time, like, there's something I have to find in a previous level, and then I go into another level and it's not a target, it confuses me, like these sailboats here. I was in, I think, 12-11, or 12-6 or something like that. There is a duck. Is it this one? No, not that one. That's a pigeon, not a duck. It's in that pose, though. Oh, this one keeps going. That's right. So I haven't found any of the keys or the hammer or the axe or anything yet. Boink. Well, nope, there's a key. Have I found the thing that I need the key for yet? I feel like I clicked on something. I did click on something. Oh, here it is. That's the music note. I did click on something by accident that told me where to find the key, but by this time I've already forgotten what it was. Pickaxe is not one of them. And I know that there can be multiple keys in a level, and you just need to put them together. That's another key. I will keep that in mind if I do find... Oh, there's Mascot Cat. I will keep that in mind if I need a... if I find something else. Or in pocket, as the case may be. How many choppable trees are there in this one? I haven't seen any yet. It's possible that there just aren't any in this level. Is that the leek? That's one of the leeks. I need one more broccoli. The Horn of Jurgen Windcaller, if you continue the main quest, that's one of the leaves. Continue the main quest in Skyrim and you'll just get it eventually. Some NPC just gives it to you. Oh, I thought that was something else. That's I thought that was a shiny, but I've already got all the shinies, and that was one of the targets instead. Hey Ravnir, as your username is just telling me to say. Alright. The innkeeper is stuck. You mean like it's bugged? That one needs a different key. Okay. Okay, that one uses this key. She won't discuss the blade stuff with me and won't move to the hideout. That is not something I've ever encountered before. You can sometimes, if you're playing on PC, like, you can fix bugs like that with console commands. You can check on, like, the UESP wiki to see if there's, like, a fix to a known bug. Okay, so those... I guess those were just, like, pieces of slime or something like that. Like, if you're not able to continue with the quest... Alright, that's also not a duck. If you're not able to continue with the quest, you can, like, use a console command to, like, auto-complete it in some cases, or you can... Alright, that's not the leaf that I'm looking for. Sometimes if, like, a door is stuck and won't open, you can use a console command to unlock it or that kind of thing. Yeah, whatever the game is doing, I hope that you can get around it without too much trouble. Skyrim is just like that sometimes. I think that's the third leaf. A lot of people just joined the stream all at once. Did YouTube, like, do something? Hello to everyone who just came in. I still needed one broccoli. I also still need a key, but it's a different key than the ones that I've seen so far. Sledge did say that there were a little tricky in this one. What parts of the level have I been over already? I was talking about other stuff. That's also not the one I'm looking for. I was talking about other stuff and I kind of just was running on autopilot. Am I going to find, like, keys and stuff under... Oh, under, like, bushes and birds and stuff that jump when you click on them? I feel like I probably am at some point. What is that? Is that a drawing of a fishbone? What I really want to find is the last broccoli, because that's kind of just... feels like it's taunting me, because I found the first two pretty easily. There's not another cutaway section in this one, is there? Doesn't look like it. Usually when there is, it's telegraphed by something like that, sea serpent or what have you. I wonder what's going to be in there. I feel like the M token is going to be in there. That feels like the sort of... That feels like the sort of thing that would be in there. Can I move, I cannot move any of those pieces of broken bridge. There's also a beaver. Okay, let me start with that. I feel like the beaver shouldn't be hard to find. It'll probably be somewhere where there's like wood or bark or something like that. There's a platypus playing a GBA there. That's nice. But is there anything that looks like chewed up wood that a beaver might be nearby? You can come up with something not too direct. You can... It's kind of up to you. If you want me to have to use my brain at this point, like, this is just a bonus stage, that's fine. If you want to... Here's a beaver, okay. If you want to make this like the team sport, we can do that too. I found 2 keys so far, though, but there's still at least one more, and... having been talking about other stuff, I kind of don't remember where I've already looked. There's the last broccoli. What about these leeks? I feel like these leeks shouldn't be that hard to find either. Unless that's what's in the last treasure chest, which is not impossible. We got a tennis ball. I'm kind of expecting to see the tennis ball around some of the dogs. Maybe not that dog, but... Last key is near a lot of wood. Well, that is interesting, because that doesn't narrow it down too much. I can imagine how it would blend into a pile of wood or something like that, though. Like, I feel like it wouldn't be too hard to bury it under the leaves here and make it very extremely hard to find. That's a leak. Speaking of buried under leaves and stuff. There's also a blue jay. That one probably shouldn't be hard to find, because that one should also contrast fairly well against all the other stuff in this level. I don't know about this white duck, though, because I found multiple things that I thought were it, but ended up not being a white duck. And that's the last leak, okay. Somewhere by a lot of wood. Like, here's another section with a lot of wood. That is wood in the campfire. There's, oh, here we go. Gonna grab that. Gonna open that. That is indeed the M token, and I think that is the last treasure chest I need to find. Alright. What is this? That is a very, very fancy chicken. What about the duck behind the rock? I think I know which one you're talking about. There's one somewhere around the middle of this one. This is apparently just like I probably should have done that earlier so that I stopped trying to look at it. That's apparently just a pigeon. It does look like a duck from the angle that it was sticking out, but it's not quite. Yeah, I've tried clicking on that one like 4 times thinking that was it, and then remembering that it's not. I wouldn't be surprised if it is sticking out from behind something in a similar way, though. That probably at one point had a shiny in it. What else was I thinking about? So, things like the, down here is I think that's just a recolor and a horizontal flip of the Blue Jay. I don't know if the Blue Jay is going to be in a tree or if it's going to be, like, foraging like that. And I'm still trying to think of, like, places where the dogs are for the tennis ball. Because that seems like a likely candidate. This is also not it. That is also a pigeon. A lot of white pigeons in this level. And also, I mean, at this point I could just use hints, but now that I've finished the game, I'm not especially in a hurry to do anything, and I'll probably just keep doing this until alright, there's the tennis ball. I'll probably just keep doing this until I get bored, and we're not really in a hurry. That is also a white pigeon. Okay. So many of those, so few ducks. You found the bluebird. Okay. You can shout it out. There's the bluebird. You can shout things out if you want. If you don't want, you can just watch me, like, rip my eyeballs out looking for things, if that is funnier to you. The boat with the black and white animal. That was... Boy, there's a lot of boats in this level, too. That's black and gray, not black and white. Is it possible that the duck is inside something, like inside one of the barrels or something like a log? I feel like a duck probably wouldn't be. I like how you can just munch on these mushroom things. I feel like the duck probably wouldn't be as much as, like, when the insects and stuff are the target. The duck is obvious. Not to me. Is it just like standing on top of a rock or something? There is something I forgot to check. I'm trying to think of, like... Is there a part of a level that I still haven't been to yet? That's not a duck. I think that's also a mushroom. Is there a part of the level that I just haven't been to yet? That is facing the wrong way, and also a pigeon. All right, you know what? We're gonna take care of that problem, so I don't get distracted by you again. Oh, yeah, okay. That was something I forgot to check. Okay, that probably took something that probably took longer than it really needed to. I forgot about the umbrellas. I've been quite busy popping those animals. It's just what the human brain naturally wants to do when frustrated. I understand completely. That's why I programmed it that way. That is one of the most Lance things I've ever... It's a good thing that Anna is not in the room to hear you say that. They're not innocent. If you want to feel even worse, I could program some stats to keep track of the animals you popped. Yeah, go ahead and do that. Well, you get an achievement for it, which means that our team generally approves of moderate cartoon violence, and you shouldn't feel too guilty. I can't remember if I've already gotten the achievement for popping animals or not. Although, it's getting impatient. The fact that Lance shouted that out makes me think that I, probably am getting close. I also got an achievement for smashing a piggy bank with a hammer. A lot of achievements that I have not claimed so far. Interesting. Find every goal in easy. Have I not found every goal in normal mode? Hang on. First, let me go, and I think I should be able to unlock the rest of the mascots, and I should be able to claim that achievement. No, actually, not quite yet. I need... I need 231 more. Okay. Have I not found every goal in normal mode? I mean, I guess not. I'm not gonna go through and checking every single one, all 84 levels, but interesting. So, let me see. Should I go and do one more? Should I just do, like, something in hard mode in, like, World 5 or World 6 or something like that? I probably won't do one of the late ones in World 6. That's a spot the difference. Let's do 6-4 Amberwick Castle in hard mode, and then maybe I'll call it here. My instinct is to go into all the interiors first, especially in a level where they're all close together like this. That I need a key for. I probably should actually, there's another chest in there. I probably should actually see what the targets are before I go doing that. Alright, mascot cat is splooting. We got another blue jay, boomerang, flower pot, wood staff. I feel like I remember specifically the wood staff was like leaning against something in this level in the first time around, but I might have been thinking of a different one because that's been a target on a number of occasions. 3 horseshoes and 3 mushrooms. 3 short mushrooms. Not that one, not that one. That's choppable, I need an axe. Okay, so this one you haven't gotten to yet. I need a second axe for that. So there's 2 keys, 2 axes, 3 axes. Are any of these targets? No? That's an axe. There's the boomerang, but it's not an axe that I can chop with, apparently. Let's see. We've also got the T-shaped Tetramino. Is anything in here something that I need? Broken sword, fork. So that one I can knock down, but that one I can't. Interesting. Got a, Okay, so there's a beetle in that jar. A couple of dogs listening to a radio here. And what is that? Is that mascot cat? That is the tail end of the... Well, the leg end of the sploot. I thought that was like I don't know, some other, like, gardening equipment. There's an axe, speaking of gardening equipment, so let's go chop something down. Let's take care of this one first, and that is, the Sarrow Staff. That is not something I need. Alright. Thanks. That's another axe. That one wasn't, too difficult to find. That is one of the mushrooms. There's only 19 targets in this one. Blue Jay? I need a cannonball. Okay, so if I find a cannonball, I can load it into that cannon. Interesting. So that's another type of interaction I might need. I wonder if there's going to be any, like, compound interactions, like, am I going to need a key to open a treasure chest to get an axe or something like that? I wouldn't be surprised if that ends up being necessary. Oh, that was a rake? I didn't see that in the list. But I wouldn't be surprised if something like that ends up being necessary. Why can't I just take these battle axes and chop down trees? I don't know how well that would actually work or not work. I feel like it wouldn't work that well, because the blades are shaped differently. There's the cannonball. And that's the broken sword. Oh, the demo ended at 2-3. Did it go that far? I thought it was just World 1, but I didn't play the whole demo until the Steam version came along. Let's see. I don't see any pieces of wood standing horizontally, so I don't think the wood staff is in there. But there is just so much happening in there that it could be, and I just, didn't notice it. There's also just, like, a pink flower. That really could also be anywhere. A lot of the turrets have flower pots on them. So I guess I'll just go look at every one of those and see if I find a match. But it doesn't appear that that's that is where it is. So wait, there is a key in there? I did not see that. Alright, so which one of these chests needs this particular key? Not that one. Where was the other one? This one? Alright, so that's the Tetramino. One of the levels I did also had a key inside a chest that it needed a key. Okay, so the game is going to be perfectly happy to play tricks like that. The flower pots near the gate look like they can move. Oh yeah, they do have streaks under them. Alright, axe. Thank you for that bit of advice. Is that a mushroom? That is the mushroom. What needs chopping? Sorry about that. We're gonna take that. I think there's one more choppable tree. Or did I get them all already? That might have been the last choppable tree. Is this a potato? It looks potato-shaped, and it's potato color, but it has spots on it, so I don't know if it's supposed to be potato or not. The doors in the interior, sometimes the doors in the interior open, I think, but not always. Okay, so I need a hammer, too, for that piggy bank. I need a key, a hammer, and is there any other, like, secondary? Okay, so I need 2 keys. What about this flower pot? Do I think maybe that this is gonna be like... Oh, there's the hammer. Do I think maybe that the flower pot is gonna be... Oh, it's a cookie! Okay, I see how that is. Do I think the flower pot might be inside or something, like a houseplant? I feel like the beetle, the jewel beetle, and the Triforce are probably what's inside the two treasure chests. They seem like the sort of items that would be inside a treasure chest. Let's see. Oh, there's the fork. Oh, here's the flower pot. Okay, very funny. That was very silly. Okay. Oh, I also need 3 horseshoes. I completely forgot to look for those. Where might those even be? 3 horseshoes. Just like lying on the ground somewhere? Nothing under there. Horseshoes. I wonder if there's another, like, series of objects that can move like this. These two don't have any, like, skid marks next to them, but it's sort of implied that they can move because the other 4 do. I wonder if there's anything else, like these. Not that one, because that one's got something next to it. Okay, if I did try those earlier, then I can't remember, and there appears to be nothing here anyway. I do not see any horseshoes. That is peculiar. Is this one? No. Oh, that's a key. Okay. I thought it might have been the loop of a horseshoe for a moment. Which chest is that? That one wants a bronze key, this one wants a short one. And there's nothing in there. Cool. By any chance, is it randomized which treasure chests have which artifacts in them? Because that's something I could see happening, because some of them just don't have leaning on the tower with the red bus, because some of the, some of the chests just don't have anything in them, and I could see it being randomized every time you start a level, which one does and which one doesn't. Or at least randomized per save file anyway. If it was randomized every time you started a level, then you could probably just, like, save scum. Also, unless there is another chest, which I haven't seen, then that one not having anything in it does mean that at least one of these two can't be in a chest. One key behind the windmill arms, on top of the roof there. Let's try this one. Okay, that's the beetle. Good catch there. Do these move? These do not move, but that is an extremely satisfying sound effect. Tapping a hollow metal object. Triforce. Or, if you prefer, Pascal's Triangle with one hole missing. The earlier ones seem the same as when you did it. Okay, I mean, they might not be. Which I suppose might make the job of people writing walkthroughs a little bit easier. Should I use a hint on the horseshoes at least? Western direction. There's some kind of... Okay, so are they all part of the same puzzle? Well, for starters, finding the puzzle in the western direction, so let's say west of this tall spire there. For starters, finding a puzzle that needs to be solved might be a challenge. But also, of course, then you have to actually do it. Is there... I don't suppose there is actually a puzzle that comes with these. Like, do I have to put these together in some combination? I could wildly guess there are only 64 combinations of, like, on, off. And brute forcing it wouldn't take, like, that long. But that feels like kind of a lame way to do it. And I don't really want to. That was what, like 16 combinations already? Let's try looking somewhere else. Actually, you know what? If I did take the third one, would it like tell me what the puzzle is, or would I have to still do it? What about these like card suits on top of these things? Do I have to figure out something with that? Maybe the 3 statues are part of the puzzle, click them in a specific order. I wonder if... So there... Let me put all those back. So, these things... The card suits are on both sides. Do I have to do a little game where I make them match or something? It looks like they are symmetric and reflected over the horizontal axis. The flowers in the pots next to them are also the same. I wonder if, like, do I have to click on all the ones with the skid marks next to them? Do I have to do it on both sides, but not click on the ones that don't have the marks? No, that doesn't seem like it's it. Do I have to do it symmetrically? So on this side it would be like that one out and then these 3? No? How elaborate could this puzzle possibly be? As far as clicking them in a specific order goes, like, I don't know what that order would be. I do kind of want to use the last hint just to see what it says, though. Okay, so it's telling me that this is a puzzle. So we have... So we have 3 statues. There's a horse, there's a moose, and a deer. What kind of action could I have to do with these, though? Is the dog who's just like studying them gonna tell me if I... You just give me the smiley face, which doesn't really help. Um... Oh, by statues you did mean these statues and not these topiary. Count how many are on the map and click that number of times. So like there's the horse here. Oh, hello. Okay. So, do I just have to click the associated animal? What about the moose? That's weird. I'm surprised I didn't activate any of that just by clicking on them randomly earlier. Because I do have a habit of doing it. That's interesting. Huh. I kind of was expecting there to be something with these because, like, this looks like a binary combination. Like, I have to... So there's 12... Alright, 11 of them in total that can move. And, like... It wouldn't have surprised me if there was some combination lock that I had to either to figure out in some way or to convert a decimal number into binary and, like, work out how to do it that way. That also seems like a rather hard mode type of puzzle, but I guess it was just that simple, and all three of the horseshoes were behind each of the hoofed animals, so that makes sense, I guess? Anyway, where's the Triforce? In normal mode, there'll often be, like, things like these gold items will have targets among them, but in hard mode, I'm not sure if that's going to, that pattern is going to hold. I don't think there's any more interiors to open. I think all of these turrets are like solid walls. That's a very large skull compared to most of the animals that we've seen in here so far. It's also a hominid skull. Still love that sound. What do you think? You think like there's some other object that can move that I haven't moved yet that it's probably behind? I feel like I'm kind of leaning in that direction, because I don't see any more obvious openable, openable objects, and I definitely don't just see it lying around. How did the store get just, like, impaled in the roof? That doesn't seem to make that much sense. That is not the sound I expected this to make. Can I, like, move these statues back, by the way? No? They're permanently stuck like that now? Unfortunately, everything is so packed together in here that, like, I'm not sure what else can move. I think I've tried all these already. I guess. Should I, oops, I meant to click the... Oh, okay, so speaking of other things that can move, I meant to click the first two, like the location ones, but that works too, I guess. I found 8 keys in total in that one. Well, I remember in some of the regular mode levels there were like manhole covers that you had to open, so I guess the carpet isn't that far out there. Doing Kickstarter campaign to get more funding for the game. I wonder if, because the Epic Battle Fantasy games already have like a lot of reach, like how much more reach a Kickstarter campaign would add. Like, it's Koopamet has a Patreon and I'm on it and everything, and it's like a reliable stream of income between games for him basically, and I don't know like how much like how much additional audience a Kickstarter would reach for something like this. I don't know. It's probably not the worst way to do it, but anyway, where were we? Good plan. Yeah, we'll be positive about this. It's totally normal and not a scam. Lance has business experience and he fully supports the plan. Yeah, we need money soon or we'll be out on the streets. That crowdfunding is outdated. People are using cryptocurrency to raise money now. Yeah, good luck with that. I wouldn't say crowdfunding is outdated. You just have to, like, keep in mind how many of them never get funded. Which is probably not a problem that these games will ever have, but for a game more my size, then that might be something to be concerned about. Let's see. I guess I'll keep going. We're at the 2-hour mark now, and I said I would go to about 2 hours, but I also feel like trying at least a couple more hard mode levels to see what they to see what kind of differences are involved. Trapdoors or whatever. Do I need a peacock feather? I don't need a peacock feather. Just disturb the birds. Oh, an apple? Alright. Sure. Let's see. Anything in here? I cannot open that door. Lemon is not a target. Let me see. What was that behind it? Oh, that's a PlayStation. I believe a PS3 specifically. Ladybug? That one was a target. I need 3 ladybugs. 1, 2, 3. Is that a code? Do I need a code for something? Huh. Is there going to be like a safe for the combination? Like, that's a box cutter. In case I find a package. Oh, I should try one of the spot the difference levels. That's gonna be the end of me, but sure, we'll try that out. See how long I spend in there. No birds on any fences. What about this one? That one is the grasshopper. Okay. That's another lemon. Is that the lizard? I think that's the lizard. That is indeed the lizard. Chainsaw. Can I take the chainsaw and just chop a bunch of stuff down? No. There's another bug on that fence. Do I need any more bugs? Just the ladybugs? Not those cricket things? Okay, key. I saw a chest. What was it? In one of these houses, I think? Here. Alright, gold crusts. So, we're down to having all of the targets on screen. Oh, here's the box. I'm gonna just use the box cutter in that real fast. That's the electric razor. I need a watering can. Interesting. I need another watering can. Hello. We've got butthole cat splitting behind a tree. None of those sound like real words. I'm sorry. English is stupid. None of those sound like real words. Where am I gonna find a watering can? I feel like I probably have already been past a watering can and I just didn't realize that it was something I could pick up. What's that? Oh, is that a... something you, some ball you play with in the pool or something? Horseshoes. Alright, so not a target in this one. Hee-haw. Not a target in this one. I need a motorcycle key. But... definitely still, okay, there's a safe. Hello. I don't know what you're doing in there. I feel like I should actually take a piece of paper and write down the various types of keys that I need. So I need a motorcycle key, I need 2 watering cans. Were there any others? I also haven't found yet any, choppable trees in this level. Is that a... oh no, I don't need a kiwi bird in this one either. Which one was that level that was the rock concert? I like that level. That was probably my favorite one in the game. Here's the stick. I kind of want to do that one on hard mode. Where am I going to find 2 watering cans? Key to the motorcycle is probably inside somewhere, right? That sounds reasonable. That's a hairbrush. After the last level where there was something hidden under the carpet, now I want to check every single carpet. What about, like, a key hook to the door? Like one of those, those pancakes? Give me those. That was one of the early levels. I feel like it was, like, World 4 or something like that. Flower pot next to the mailbox can move this one. Yeah, okay. That is one of those 4-leaf clovers. The one in that, in one, I think it was 1-2, might have been 1-3, that I had to really hunt for it. It was, and it just ended up being next to a tomato. Should I look in here to see if it does the same trick twice? I don't see it though. That is another. Is that a squeak toy for the dogs, or is that some kind of like cool accessory? Speaking of dogs, can I move these? I cannot move these. Alright, that's a key, I assume, for the motorcycle. Let's go and make that go somewhere. So that's another ladybug. That one can also move, but I don't think that revealed anything. And the things that don't reveal anything, again, they could have had gems behind them that I've already collected in previous, in normal mode. Yeah, the other pot, I didn't see that one was there until a minute later. This one too, for that matter. Alright, so that's the third ladybug. That's another clover. Let's grab that. There are streaks here, but I don't think I can make you move. I'll take one of those watering cans. Is there another watering can in here by any chance? By the farm? No? Anyway, let's try this. See what this turns into. Okay, so that's the, one of those fan pumps. I don't know exactly. It looks kind of like a Bismarckia or something. Maybe. I need another one though. And again, I feel like there's probably a good chance I've already been past the other watering can, but I didn't realize what it was at the time. I also need these oddly, like, reddish-orange leaves. Is that gonna be like a weed in the garden? Maybe? I cannot eat that carrot. I can eat a tomato. I can eat the chili. Where was the first watering can? Up here, I think? Anything else behind these large bushes? There's a couple things behind the bushes that I wanted, but not some of the ones that I expected. I was just gonna munch on all the carrots. Oh, you know what? That's probably gonna turn into either this sprout or those leaves, probably. I feel like. The clover, probably not. What about the mouse? The mice are usually to be found behind things. But I think a lot of the moving objects that I've seen so far have just been like lemons or whatever. Is that a dog bone? I thought that was a pipe at first, but I think it's supposed to be a dog bone. I wonder if there's also going to be some other weird puzzle in here, like the animal statue ones. Ooh, that's a nice sound. Is that a bird feeder? What kind of hint does it actually give when you need an object with a key or with a watering can or something like that? You think you saw the mouse, but you didn't realize it was a target. I've seen a lot of things that are mouse-shaped, but they've usually been, like, lemons and stuff. Or that kiwi. Behind the tree trunk above the house. Oh, here we go. Okay. Hello. So the last three that I need are plant-related. The clover is probably just going to be on its own. And I'm sure that one of these two are going to be this thing. Probably the red leaves because it's a little bigger. Plant hopper. Or perhaps a katydid or something. You know, I haven't really taken a lot of time to just, like, admire the exteriors of the houses. Very, very quaint. That's quite a noise. I wonder if, like, if I ask for the hint here, if it would just say it's... okay, so I need a key, visible outside and invisible outside. Okay, so this one is going to require the watering can. Oh, I also can ask for hints with these, although I think I'll hold off on that. I wonder if there's, like, a puzzle that I have to solve for the watering can. Can that move? Alright, I did. That was one of the ladybugs. Any, I guess I would call them unconventional interactive objects, things that would not have been interactable in normal mode that I haven't tried yet. Things like the carpets or anything like that. Oh, that's an old Epic Battle Fantasy sound effect. I think that goes back to 2. The crows would make that noise when you kill them or attack them. Might have even gone back to 1. I don't remember when those enemies were added. Oh, here's the watering can. Alright, behind that dog. So we're gonna go and use this, and that's gonna give us the red maple leaves. Okay. I spent most of that time looking for the watering can. I haven't really been looking for the other 2 yet, but... What did this say? It's visible out in the open somewhere, and... Alright, both of them should be visible out in the open. I guess I could also, ask for the which side. Alright, left side, up side. Okay, here's the last one of those. That one was by a tomato plant. I just didn't see it. Alright, good job. I'm not very good at using my eyes. Which I kind of knew there was going to be some amount of nonsense like that going into this game, but I just hope that there hasn't been too much of it. The last one is also outside and on the left half, which probably, say, west of this tree or so. This is just a little tiny sprout. And here we go. Okay. That's the last one of those. So, to end this off, should I do a spot the difference? I guess I will. Let's see. This would be one of them, the Cypress Isles. Alright. Yeah, the Sprout in the Pot. Oh, yes. I remember this level. That was fun. Let's see, I need a key. So there are still going to be keys in hard mode in the Spot the Difference levels. Okay, that's an interesting idea. Boink. Should I go for that now, or should I try and find the obvious differences first? Alright, that one's facing the wrong way. There's 15 targets in total. You did not want to be disturbed. Here's another chest. Oh no, that one doesn't have a lock? Interesting. Different shell there. That's a bone and a shell. I think that might have been... At least one of the Spot the Difference levels did something similar to that. I feel like that feels familiar. No, it's another hot air balloon. We like to play with the hot air balloons. There's a bird up there. Alright, the shell in the cloud is the same. I do need a key. Wherever that can be found. This is different. Another Tetramino back there. You're the same, I think. Bags on the balloon? Yes, bag on the balloon. Nothing under you. Where might I find a key, however? Pokeball, snake, those are all the same. Are these monoliths the same? They are, I think. You also need a chest? You do not need a chest. Interesting. Mouse next to the broken boat on the east end. This broken boat? Oh, there's more out this way. I haven't even gone there yet. Let's try. First, let's figure out what you mean by that. Mouse next to the broken boat on the east end. Oh, this mouse. That one. Alright, did I finish looking here yet? I can't remember. There's a random baguette on the shore. I don't know how that got there. You guys are the same. Alright, so beaver facing a different direction. There is a potato and not a potato. I assume that's a potato anyway. I took a bite out of it. Oh, there's the key. It's only... Okay, so the key was on the right side. And I used it on the left side. Is that going to be established tradition? Like... Alright, different note there. I don't know why there would be a distinction there, but there did seem to be one. Which is, interesting. That's where the key was. I need 4 more. Not really, can't really say I'm getting close to done with the level yet, because there's still quite a few things. Are all the rocks, the small rocks, the same? The, stones. Looks like they are. Leaves are the same. pretty sure that island's the same. Alright, I haven't been here yet. There's another bread roll over there. Alright, I have not been on this part yet. Okay. Penguins? Penguins? There's a sea star there. Northwest of the bottom island, landstone and water missing. This one, I think. Have I been here yet? Can't remember if I've been here yet. There's also a sea star on the cloud. Oh, that's an edible. I thought that was a shell. I think I've seen all the parts of this level so far. Which one was it where you could scroll way off to the side and there was the last thing that you had to find way off to the side? I can't remember where that was. It doesn't seem to be this one. Also, hello Ron Frisco. I don't know how much more of this I'm gonna do. I finished the game earlier, and now I'm just fussing around in hard mode. So I don't know how much more of this there is going to actually be, but I'm like very sad that this treasure chest didn't have anything useful in it. Was that a desert level? It might have been like some oasis way off to the side. I thought it was a water level, but maybe it could have been a desert level, like an island and a water level or something. This is the type of level where I feel like there's just going to be like a random bush missing somewhere. Do I want to go and like take attendance of all the bushes? Why is there a strawberry with wings? I guess that's less weird than the banana with duct tape on it. I think I did get this already. The circle is very hard to see. Are there no underwater cutaways here? I don't see any like sea serpents or anything that are usually the giveaway when there's an underwater section. Oh, this is a different leaf. That's one. There's one more. It's a Celeste reference? Alright. I can't place what that would have been in Celeste. Did I get everything in these already? Did I click on all these? Turtle shells? And there's nothing else in the clouds, right? There is just the thing on top of the balloon and the sandbags. So aside from the one treasure chest, this has been pretty straightforward. And I'm wondering if the last thing is going to be a little bit more cryptic. Some strawberries had wings. I only played a little bit of Celeste, so it didn't really stick in my mind. haven't so far seen anything that can, like, move in this level. Actually, yes, I have. There's been, like, one or two rats. But aside from that, like, on land, I haven't seen anything that can move. And there's only been the one key. And I kind of feel like that there's probably something else that's a little bit weird that I haven't seen yet. Can I make the screen shake if I click this enough? Yeah. Until it shakes so much that my cursor comes off of it and it stops working. Alright. Like, I can see this guy here being part of a puzzle, but as with the other puzzles, it's not immediately obvious as to what. I don't know. I've been going for 2.5 hours. I guess I'll use I'll use a hint here. So left side, and I can probably see it from the sky, so it's not anything weird. Let's say left of this arch. Maybe, like, by the balloon. And if it takes significantly longer, I'll just use the last hint. Is there anything really obvious, like a... Oh, yes, okay, I was gonna say if there's like a cloud or a rock that's missing, but that's it. Alright. So... Oh, wait, did it say level design by Anna? On that end screen over there? I never noticed that before. Anyway, hey, Matt, I just confronted Lance about trying to scam our fans by selling them cryptocurrency. We gotta talk some sense into him. Can we take away his internet access? Oh yeah, thanks, Natalie. He tried to convince me to help him do it. You knew about his scheme. Yeah, and I was totally against it. I told him that it was a bad idea and that he should feel bad. Fair enough. Whose idea was the Kickstarter? That was also his idea. Yeah, even that would be rather dishonest at this point. The game is almost finished. Yeah, Lance really does love coming up with dishonest ways of making money. Not me, though. Are people really that, like, against running a Kickstarter to, like get the game out the door, like to secure funding for, like, I saw a shiny over here, like translations especially, or like additional things like that? Someone just rang the doorbell. BRB. That was a door-to-door salesman who just came calling, which I haven't seen in a while, but that's not the most productive use of my time. Alright. Where was I? I think that's about it. I don't have too much more that I really want to do in here. Do I have a currency? Can I unlock the final mascots that I haven't unlocked yet? No? Okay, so I actually, oh, that's right, in hard mode, I don't have any more gems to find. I'm actually gonna have to go back into earlier levels that I didn't finish that in. I'll probably do that on my own time. I don't really feel like, spending too much more time doing that. But I think I'm going to, gonna finish that off here, and, this has been Matt's Hidden Cats. If/when Koopa does do an update to the game to add more things to the game, I will, probably come back to it. Not sure, again, what kind of time frame that's gonna be. I wonder if I can find, enough currency to buy the rest of the mascots just on the level select screen. Otherwise, I will, continue playing, Pokemon and Skyrim on the channel and, making game dev content and, all the things that I usually do. Let's see what else is there. You should all go check out Wizard X and the Lost Hat, which is one of the games that I like to work on when I'm not doing YouTube stuff. Link to the Steam page can be found down below. There is bread and, jam on that altar right there. I hope you all enjoyed that, and I will see you all later.